Upala is a former investment banker turned thought leader and media entrepreneur based in Hollywood, California. She is advisor to many private technology companies as well as a member of the Young Presidents Organization in various travel, technology and innovation councils. She works as a geopolitical expert and an award-winning international columnist. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsAct's VaKu, and joining me on the broadcast today is a very special guest, Preity Upala. Currently she wears the hat of a geopolitical expert. She has come out on various international and national news channels, CNN being the topmost. She's a speaker at the WEF. She's the editor-in-chief of The Observer at this point of time, but she wears several other hats because she's truly a global citizen. She was a former investment banker turned Hollywood actor, TV producer and entrepreneur. She has been crowned several beauty queen titles in the past, and she's multilingual. She's lived in about 60 countries, worked in about 60 countries. And I think as a kid, you've lived across 6 different continents. Preity, welcome on the show. It's truly an honor to host you on our platform, which is VaKu, which is bringing about a voice for the Indian community, Indian diaspora, and you are definitely amongst those who are truly capable of representing this particular community.
Well, namaste, Megha, and thank you for having me on your wonderful show. Thank you, NewsX, and thank you, VaKu. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this amazing platform.
Thank you so much. My first question to you, Preity, you have such a diverse background, both when it comes to your professional life as well as personal life. And I would first of all initially like to delve into the fact that how did an investment banker decide to get into the business of beauty, going ahead and winning so many titles, and then shifting base to Hollywood, which is what we witness as a common thing for beauty pageant winners to shift to Hollywood and Bollywood and TV programming, etc. But then making another shift and getting into the political, geopolitical expertise side, and now holding your own show, the Preity Effect, if I'm not wrong, and also being the editor-in-chief of a global online magazine.
Yes, Megha, it's been quite a journey. None of this was planned, as I think the best things in life are never planned, because when you make plans, I think God laughs, and then life happens. For me, I was in Sydney, Australia. I was working in corporate Australia as an investment banker, and after that as a management consultant, and I was not happy or fulfilled. I knew it wasn't my dharma in life, and I sort of had a kind of a midlife crisis at a very young age. And very quickly, I realized that I meant to be on the global stage, sharing my gifts, expressing myself, and doing something artistic and creative. And I think Hollywood was just such a natural answer that came up. And I have no sooner had I made that decision in my heart, I won a scholarship to study in New York. And when that came through, I realized that my life was about to change, and I had to take that plunge and get that one-way ticket from Sydney to the US, and I never looked back. The beauty stuff, the titles and modeling and all these things, never had any interest as a child, but I had somebody approach me once, a lady who ran a pageant, and she just said, "You are such a great role model for young girls, and I think you have the whole package, and why don't you compete just so girls can learn how to speak like you and walk like you, and you do charitable things, blah, blah, blah." So I thought, well, it's a good platform, so I did it. And then several more happened, and I was pretty detached with all of it. For me, it's just another platform to do my life's work. I just looked at it as just another avenue. And then it's been interesting, I think, I'm still very much involved in Hollywood, and that's exciting. But I think to move from Hollywood into politics and media is quite a shift. I think that's a shift that probably not a lot of actors or people in the entertainment make. In fact, sometimes I think they should just stick to acting. They should stick to what they know best. I think in my case, I have a background as well in these other political areas, and having traveled to so many countries and living all around the world in different cultures, I think it teaches you about, different places and people and mindsets and ideologies and all of that. So that served me very well. But it's been a very, very exciting journey. And I think my whole story is just about to start.
Leaving the last words with you before I end up this chat with you is, in you being a global citizen, you've lived in the United States for such a long time now. That's your base at this point of time. Australia being your home back when you were with your family, you were a child, and your memories from there. What's the message that you would like to give to the Indian diaspora to go ahead and allow themselves to converge into this organized community that could be the strong point, especially when it comes to the Indian community that are living all across the globe?
Wow, that's such an honor to be able to speak to our diaspora, to all Bharatiyas. I just want to say, know who you are. I mean, we come from the oldest continuing civilization in the world. We have given so much to this planet, and we remain intact. And that's the most beautiful thing. And we haven't forgotten any of our incredible traditions. And I think what the India story is a beautiful story, and one that can show the world that, you work hard, be a good person, you will achieve anything you want. And also, I think spirituality and humanity and humility are the most important things beyond money and success and power and influence. It's who you are as a human being, and also what is your role in society, whether it's in the spiritual realm or in the environment, or just, we are here to make the world better. And that comes from our Bharatiya, our Sanatani values and sort of the ethos. And we must never forget that. Be proud of who you are, hold your head up high, proudly say that you're Indian. And I think go and read your own history and, find out your source and, your anchor and your roots. I think it will be very important moving forward. But I want also to the diaspora to step up and put your hand up and go for the highest role, wherever it is. I think everybody's looking for leaders, and I think Indians are born leaders. And we've seen that in every industry. And I think the world will be a better place if we step up and show the world the dharmic way of, diplomacy and governance.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Preity, for those inspiring words to the millions who are watching us at this point of time. And wishing you all the very best for all your endeavors. This is a new chapter in your life, going ahead and bringing about the geostrategic expertise from your end. Once again, all the best. And thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast.
Thank you, Ms. Sharma, and thank you to your wonderful channel for hosting me. It's an honor to be a part of it. Namaste, dhanyawad.
NewsX's ITV network have proudly launched the VaKu Diaspora Broadcasting Network.
VaKu DBN will be India's first mainstream platform dedicated to the diaspora community. Help support us, become VaKu patrons at memboro.com/VaKu. You will get the first access to our interviews, make recommendations, merchandise access, ask questions, and get a shout out of thanks on our TV shows.
You can also suggest to us who should get the VaKu Golden Chakra Awards, and also tell us who should get into the VaKu Hall of Fame. Limited memberships are available at 100 rupees per month on Memboro VaKu.
Sign up now, log on to memboro.com/VaKu.